Well, I said we weren't in the UK, but can anybody guess where we are? That's right, we're in Florida. Well, here we are. Elgin Grove, I think is the name of the place. And it's the 2nd of January. And here we are, coarse fishing in the US. Now, I'm in Florida. We're up just outside St Augustine, which is where I spent New Year. And so far it's been one of their coldest winters. So yeah, it's been unusually cold for them, not for me. They've been given out frost warnings, so yeah. Now, I'm just chucking a feeder out, probably, I don't know, 40, 50 metres. And I've been here about an hour, just messing around, getting set up and just seeing if it was worth getting the cameras set up. And I've got an 11-foot feeder rod with a window feeder on, worm on a hook bait which you can buy in the local supermarket, and basically just soaked some cat biscuits to put in the window feeder. Now, when I got here, there was very little flow, but all of a sudden it seems to have picked up. So this is I think they call it the St John's River. So I think it might be affected by a sort of tide. There's definitely more flow on there now. So, and it's flowing from right to left. So, yeah, we'll see. But there we go. And then I've just a little waggler up. Wow, it's probably no more than 3 feet deep. Just underarm chuck to the 3 rod lengths out. I'm a bit reluctant to dangle my feet over on the basis that there's alligators. Don't know how much of a problem that is, so I might have to stand up. So I'm not bearing my arse crack all the time, but we'll see. There's definitely more flow on it now. That's definitely got some flow. So there's definitely a pickup in flow now. I'm having to kind of trot this waggler. So bait wise, got some worms, as I said, that you can buy from Walmart, which I did. I've got some small cat biscuits which I'm soaking to put in the feeder. I've also got some bread, which I guess we could mash up for a ground bait, but this is the first time I've ever been this far north in Florida. And as I say, it has been cold, so, well, the sun is out now and it's probably going to get into, so we're in Fahrenheit here, 60 degrees Fahrenheit, 62 I think forecast. So it's got to be in the teens, I would have thought. They might respond a bit adversely to this cold snap. So let's see. Now, I've seen a couple of fish rise. Don't know what they were. I think they were probably mullet, because they were flying out of the water. And so when I got here, there was no flow. I set up. I did catch I have caught a couple. I had one on the feeder, a bluegill, decent sized one actually. And I've had a few bites on the float, and I've had a little. I think it was a red breast sunfish, which was a new one for me. So the fish are here, but it's how they're responding to this change in flow. Because it was very slowly going left to right when I got it very slowly. Now, it's got a bit of pace on it the other way. It's not a deep river. I don't know what it is. I mean, if this is a river, you can see the distance across. I mean, I don't think we've got anything this big back home. But I dare say where I'm at 40 yards out, it's maybe 4 feet deep. It's got almost a peaty stain, which is fairly normal for the canals and rivers of Florida. Yeah, there's something there. Let's have a look. I think we've missed it. Oh, no, there is. I think there's something there. This isn't very big. Yeah, there's definitely something there. Oh, what have we got? First US fish for the camera. And it's a bluegill. These things are quite cool. You like these? Look at that. Down the worm. There we go. Little bluegill. Lovely little fish. First one I had was a little bit bigger than that, but they all count. So, cool. Let's try again. So, everything is very simple. Just a window feeder, smashing in some soaked cat biscuits. Size 14 hook, £5 hook length, £10 main line on this, and I'm squeezing in some mashed cat biscuits. And then just walloping it out. Just noticed the cat biscuit dropped out down the edge here. The fish were all over it, so I'm going to crack open the bread. And see what bread brings us. I'm just going to pinch a bit. This is on a size 16 on a quite a robust sort of little waggler. Well, let's see how we get on there. Definitely flowing faster now. It's 10 AM and apart from one boat coming back in with a load of pots in it, I've not seen anybody, although I am essentially in the middle of nowhere. It's literally proper discovery fishing this is, because it's like I don't know the area, I don't know anybody here. You know, I knew this was fresh water. It's about 20 miles from the hotel. This is my last day sort of in St Augustine, so figured we'd kick off the campaign. Well, this flow that's coming in is definitely picked up, I hope. I'd just dropped it in down the side with a bit of bread on, and it was being pecked at. Try that again. As I was saying, yeah, probably I started out far out, there was no flow in, and then it's obviously got some sort of tidal pattern to it. Or some water's being drained off somewhere. I don't know, but I'm going to probably fish a bit closer in now. I think we'll give that a try. There's very little difference in the depth. I think what we'll do is just push that a little bit closer in. The feed has been cleared out though, so you know. We shall see. Always fascinates me coming here, and yeah, when we see the locals and they're like amazed by the tactics, it's just like, wow, what are you doing? Because a lot of it is lure fishing. You know, I show them a size 16 hook and it's alien to them, absolutely alien. Definitely some little fish down there that are taking bread. I'm just going to try. I think I've even got some 18s with me, but to be fair, let's just. Ooh, that'll be a bite then, will it? I think I missed it. I think I might have missed that. So yeah, I think a little bit closer in was definitely the answer there. Ooh. Still got a worm. Feed's gone. So this very soft. Ooh. Underarm it out again. Again, 3-4 feet max water there. I would say probably close to 3. It's on the decks as soon as it goes in. So I've got a full worm on the feeder, and I'm trotting just a piece of worm on the waggler now. See if we can catch some of these little, like what these little fish are. The flow has slowed right down. It's been sort of 25-30 minutes. There we go. What's this? It's, I'm going to say red breast sunfish. To me, I would say. That's a new one to me. I think it's a native. Ooh, it's a very pretty little fish. Sort of blue, roll red breast, and then sort of similar to the spines. And its dorsal. But hey, that little bit of worm does the trick. We've definitely gained sort of 5-6 inches of, well, probably a foot of water now, I would say. But the flow has slowed down, so I don't know. But it's the first fish I've caught in a while. So it just seems to be smaller fish around. It doesn't really matter when it's different and they're pretty. I mean, that's an aquarium fish. Lovely, lovely looking little fish. So it's a new one for me. I am pretty up on the sunfish species. I know I've caught pumpkin seeds, which you can get back home, albeit invasive. Bluegill, red ears, and now the red breast. So what's that, four species? Definitely a few around, and so it seems to be small baits. Just a section of worm. The feeder on a bigger worm, potentially. Going to be one of the catfish species, so channels, leads, all present in Florida, although I don't know whether they're in here. It's very peaceful apart from the trains. Oh, this is a bit bigger. Oh, this looks like a bigger red breast. Is it? Oh, is that bluegill? I would say he's a bluegill. Now, the trouble is with these, they do spike you. You've got to grab them. But don't know. Could be a red breast. Could be a bluegill. Not sure. I think that's a bluegill because they do get that coppery bit under there. But good fun. Fight really hard. Just on a little section of worm. So again, likening it to being back home, kind of scaling down smaller baits. You know, I have caught some on a full worm, but actually it seems more prolific on a little bit of worm because this is cold for them, right? This is their winter. So, you know, scaling down. And I dare say these have never been fished for in this river in this way before. There we go. What is this? Another little red breast maybe. Problem is with these, they do look all very similar. I'll try that little bit of worm again. Split in two. Definitely feels like it stopped running so hard now. It was still, an hour ago, it was flowing through quite quite pacey. Now it seems to have stopped right down. It's just kind of filling up. I'm guessing I don't really do a lot of tidal river fishing back home. Occasionally the odd session on the Trent. So I've no idea really how it kind of works, but I'm guessing you kind of have to re-pull them up every now and again. I'm assuming the tide's coming in because the water level's raising. Well, it's a fairly positive though. Seems to get like a little twitch and then kind of away it goes. To be fair, I could drop that waggle down a little bit more. It's a bit brutal. Just like their lighthouse, the lighthouse I was up in the other day. Let's recheck the feeder and pop this down. See, because we had a bit of a bang on it. And the worm has gone. Oh, it's starting to feel a bit warm now, so just gone 11 and I feel like it might be time to take a jacket off. It's the warmest I've been since I've been here, because as I say, it has been really cold. There's bits of cat biscuits are coming up and there's fish on it. It's almost like a sloppy ground bait. Seems to work. Oop. Yes, here we go. Went fairly quick. What's this? They do fight quite hard, these fish in here. I would say he's a little bluegill. Little bluegill. Back he goes. The ground bait's definitely bringing them in. I say ground bait. It's cat biscuit mush, but you know, you got to kind of think on your feet a little bit. Everybody's just so friendly. It's the first time I'm out fishing, but just generally, people talk to you. I was in the supermarket, and people just talk to you. They do tend to talk even more when they find out you're from England, because that just seems to fascinate people from the US citizens. But yeah, they just wave. Everybody says good morning. I went for a walk along the beach the other day, and everybody's like morning, morning, morning. You know, we could do better at home, being a bit more civilised rather than a bit more angry at everybody. But I doubt that will change. I think what we'll inevitably do is give the spot a go till dinner time. And then we shall head back, because there is a little pond near the hotel. I say pond, it's probably a 2-3 acre lake, but tiny in terms of waters here. That we could potentially give a go this afternoon. But we've caught a new species, and we've caught a few, and I think the conditions are challenging. Oh. He says, nearly losing the rod. And do you know what? He missed it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't know what that was, but it was something that fancied a... Oh, Jesus. Let's try that dock again then, shall we? What's that? Didn't half wallop that. I didn't feel anything. I thought it was a small fish, but you'll see. Don't know what that was at all. Wouldn't like to say. And we shall never actually know. Interesting morning's fishing, 3 species, bluegill, golden shiners and red breast sunfish. So I think what we'll do is, it's coming up for 12:30 now. Go and grab some lunch, head back towards the hotel, and then we'll have a few hours this afternoon on the local park, sort of lake, and see what's in there. So yeah, we're not blanked. I think we'd have done a lot worse back home. One thing I noticed in the States, like the kids fishing, it's a huge pastime, but so many girls do it as well. It's incredible. So many more girls and women into the sport. It's just normal here. It's fishing. That's what they do. Which is great. You know, it's a sport that doesn't discriminate against anybody really, because it's not. You know, men certainly don't have a physical advantage in fishing. So yeah, you know, men and women could compete completely equally. Man, there's a lot of turtles here. I think they call them sliders, and some of them are right big buggers as well. Chucked some bread in earlier and they're finding that now. See, one of the great things here as well is every fishing place I've been to has a tube for line, discarded mono. And I'm guessing it's the FWC or the local town or whatever it is, come and empty it. It all goes for recycling. But yeah, we just don't have the same level of support from the EA. Like here, I mean, fishing's just such big business. It's just insane. The fishing in Florida, you pay a state license fee. There's no sort of day ticket lakes. Not that I'm aware of, anyway. you pay a state license fee, and then basically you can fish anywhere that you've got access to. Throughout the whole state, and it's the same when I've been to New York fishing. You get a New York license and it covers you. There are some parts in the States that have pay lakes, I think they call them, which are big day ticket lakes, but certainly like the rivers and things are all on your state license. There's various state licenses, so you do actually have to pay for a license to fish the sea. But yeah, certainly like these public lakes are all covered, rivers that I was on, like at St John's I was on this morning, is all covered, and a lot of the places they are actively stocking, so I'm guessing this will have had a stocking of fish at some point. So this is a bit bigger. Oof. Very unconventional. It's a bluegill, I think. Big one. They are, they're really nice.
Yeah. And whatever you're using, they're liking.
Just cheap Walmart bread.
That's working.
Yeah, could be. I'll bring a Sharpie and mark them next time. Down towards Miami and fishing the canals. Here we go. Oh my God, we've got a tangle here as well. What's going on here? Oh my word. Come on Matthew, what's going on? Oh, it's a donkey as well. Here we go, right, we're off. Oh Jesus Christ, that is a slab. It's a bloody great tilapia. That is going to need a net. Let's see if we can unfuck this. Look at that. Just in the lip. That is a blue tilapia. Look at that. Not bad. Not bad at all for the first day. I think these are classed as an invasive here, but yeah, let's get him back. Oh, a bit of an indication now. Here we go. Ooh. This is bigger. This is bigger. Ooh. This is bigger. Oh, I think it's a bluegill. Oh. Yeah. Oh. It's another tilapia. Or is it? Yeah, it is tilapia. Just hooked inside the mouth. Yeah, look at that. A couple of pounds, that one. Let's get it back. Ooh. Nice. Bread seems to be doing it. Seems to be what they want. Little pinch of flake, size 14. Ooh. As I say, it's not manic fishing, but I mean, I think we're pretty much on dusk now. We're not going to get much longer, but that's some good quality fish. I think you'd struggle back home in January to be catching like this. Happy days. You couldn't make it up really. Float fishing, fishing the Waggler, catching tilapia. Somewhat bizarre. They're definitely mullet, look at it. Never caught one here, seen thousands of them, never seem to catch them. Well, sadly that mullet was the last fish that I saw for a while, but just thought I'd show where we've been and where we're heading next. So we started up in the north in St Augustine, where I spent the New Year, which is up here. And then we are now travelling down to Okeechobee, which is one of the largest fully enclosed in the US freshwater lakes, chasing some different species, and we're heading off down there next, so join us down there.